I want you to take a moment and think back, way back, to the moments nobody clapped for you, the ones where it felt like the world forgot your name. You remember those nights when you sat alone with your doubts, your plans crumpled in the trash, your phone silent, your faith hanging on by a thread. Yeah, I remember those too, because I lived them. And let me tell you something, I used to think those days were detours. I used to pray, God, why am I stuck? Why is it taking so long? But He was doing something deeper. He wasn't denying me. He was developing me. See, what I didn't realize then was that every single step I took, no matter how broken, how awkward, how slow, it was planting something in me. Something bigger than talent. Something stronger than luck. Character. There was a time when I was working odd jobs just to scrape bike cleaning tables, running errands, trying to memorize lines at night while the world slept. And every day felt like nothing was happening. But something was. I was learning humility. I was learning resilience. I was learning how to hear no and keep showing up like I heard yes. People want the spotlight, but they forget. The roots grow in the dark, and it's the dark where you find your discipline. It's the silence where you find your voice, and it's in the rejection that you learn how to receive yourself when no one else does. So when I say every step was a seed, I mean the failed relationship. The job you didn't get, the door that closed so violently it made you question your worth. That wasn't the end. That was the beginning of who you needed to become. Some of y'all keep looking at your past like it's a liability. But I'm here to tell you, it's your inventory, it's your toolkit. Everything you've been through is fuel. And sometimes God will let you sit in the dirt because He's planting you for a deeper purpose. Not to bury you, but to grow you. So don't curse the quiet seasons. Don't rush through the pain. And don't let the detours fool you. The long road doesn't mean you're lost. It means the foundation has to hold something heavy. And you, my friend, you're being built to carry more than just success. You're being built to carry meaning. Every step was a seed, and look at you now, starting to bloom. You ever notice how the big moments in life rarely come with a spotlight? They don't announce themselves with fireworks or a red carpet. Nah, they sneak in quiet, like, unassuming, just an ordinary Tuesday, just a regular room, just you and a decision. But that decision, that's the moment. I've learned something in this life. You don't rise to the occasion. You fall to your level of preparation. So when the moment comes, it's too late to prepare. That moment doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you had a rough week, or if your confidence is running on empty. The moment asks only one thing. Are you ready to show up anyway? I remember being young, walking into auditions where I was the only one who looked like me. Rooms so quiet you could hear your own heartbeat. People sizing you up with their eyes, saying everything without saying a word. And I had a choice in those rooms, shrink or stand. Every fiber in me wanted to fold up, play it safe, fade into the background. But something deeper whispered, you belong here, act like it. That whisper, that's your soul talking. That's your calling trying to get through all the noise of fear. And when you show up in spite of fear, not without it, but through it, that's when the moment bends to meet you. See, everybody wants greatness, but nobody wants to be uncomfortable. They want the crown, but they don't want the weight of it. But I'm telling you, you can't rise if you don't stretch. You don't find who you are in comfort. You find it in courage. You find it in those seconds when your knees are shaking, but you keep walking. When your voice trembles, but you speak truth anyway. The truth is, most people miss their moment not because they weren't good enough, but because they didn't show up. They waited for the perfect conditions, for the fear to disappear, for the guarantee of success. Let me tell you something. That moment will not wait for you to feel ready. You either step into it or you watch it pass you by. Some of the most pivotal moments in my life came dressed as small decisions. Take the meeting, make the call, step on the stage, say yes, say no, walk away, walk in. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I was terrified. But I showed up, and not always polished, not always confident, but present, real, and that's what life is waiting on, your presence, not your perfection, just the real, raw you in the room, choosing to rise even when your legs are heavy with doubt. The moment will not always look like you imagined, but it will always ask you, will you trust what's inside you more than what's around you? Will you stand tall even when no one is clapping? Because how you show up in the small moments, that determines how far you'll go in the big ones. Moments define us, not because they change the world, but because they change us. And if you can meet those moments head on, broken, scared, unsure, but still willing, that's when everything shifts. That's when life starts moving with you, not against you, because it sees you're ready, not perfect, but present. And that's all the moment ever asked of you. Now let's get one thing straight. This moment right here, this success you've reached, this door you just walked through, it's not the end, it's the beginning. This ain't your final destination. It's your launch pad. See, too many people hit a milestone and think the work is done. They get the degree, land the role, buy the house, sign the deal, and suddenly they think they've made it. But listen to me now. Making it is not a place, it's a posture. It's not a peak, it's a position of purpose. The blessing is not just that you made it here. The blessing is what you do next. Because you're not standing on a stage, you're standing on a runway. And what you do from here, that's the real legacy. I've seen it too often. People get comfortable. Comfort is a beautiful place. But nothing grows there. You stop stretching. You stop learning. You stop risking. And before long, you start shrinking. Don't confuse arrival with assignment. This moment, no matter how sweet, how long, awaited, how well earned, it's just a chapter, not the whole book. When I look back at some of the proudest moments in my career, I don't just see the applause or the awards. I see what came after. I see the choice to stay hungry, to stay grounded, to keep building even when the cameras stopped rolling. Because what people forget is, success is not a destination. It's an invitation. An invitation to keep showing up, to keep creating, to lift someone else, to dig deeper, to aim higher. You didn't fight through all you've been through just to coast now. You didn't survive the loss, the doubt, the pressure just to play small. You've been equipped by your pain. You've been sharpened by your setbacks. And now that you've got some elevation, now that you've got a view, what will you build? Because this platform you're standing on, it's not just for you. It's for everyone watching, everyone hoping, everyone praying that you'll turn your story into something bigger than yourself. That's what purpose looks like. Not just rising, but reaching back. Not just shining, but igniting others. Don't you dare slow down here. Don't you dare settle. You're not at the top, you're at the edge. And from here you fly. Not because you've got it all figured out, but because you finally realize you were made for more. So take a breath. Feel the ground beneath your feet. And then move. Move like someone who knows that this moment wasn't the mountain. It was the launch pad. The signal that says, now go, there's more to do, more to give, more of you to become. So now you know, every setback, every tear, every lonely night, every small step you took when no one was watching, that was the preparation. That was the planting. That was your foundation. And when the moment came, your moment, you didn't run. You showed up. You stood in it, not because you were fearless, but because you refused to let fear have the final say. And now here you are, but let me remind you, this is not the mountaintop. This is the starting line of something greater. You are not finished. You are just beginning. Don't rest in what you've done. Rise into who you're meant to be. Don't hold your breath. Breathe deep and take the next step. And don't wait for someone else to give you permission to move. Move anyway, because the world needs what you carry, your story, your scars, your sound, your light. You didn't come this far just to come this far. You came this far so you could go further, so you could lead, so you could build, so you could change the atmosphere every room you walk into. So I'll say it one last time, and I want you to hold it in your chest like a fire that never goes out. Your whole life led to this moment. Now what are you going to do with it? Go on. Make it count. Make it matter. Make it unforgettable. Thank you.